we have you all outside of the hut, and it's pretty much up to you all how you would like to proceed here.
So I think the last thing that I did was get Flea's rope from him, and then I was like either about to or had tied it on to like a big branch and then was gonna like lower it down to them.
Yeah, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to throw it out there. Flea, you can climb. You have a climbing speed. That is part of your character.
And I'll climb. I'll climb right up there with him.
Yeah. Your character never needs to drink a potion of climbing. It is a part of being a thief. I think it's called your, top rope skills or something like that.
Yes, sir.
But you guys are still more than welcome to tie a rope up for the others, depending on how you'd like to go about this.
Now, hey guys, does somebody want to hide in the skull in case she tries to escape?
I think we should probably all try to fight her at the same time. I don't think it's a great idea to not all be after her. I guess I'll still do the rope just for the NPCs, like for Jape and
Sophia?
No, Lavash.
Aragol?
Oh yeah, Aragol. Wait, who's Lavish? Oh, that's his brother.
As far as I'm concerned, you guys have enough NPCs. You left Sophia with Muriel at the Swamp Fane.
So I guess once we're all up on, or once we, the characters anyway, are up on like the main level of the treehouse, is there like windows that we can see in, or just like a door? Like what are we looking at here at the entrance?
There's a door in the center, and then there's windows on each side of the door, left and right.
Okay, I would like to peek in the window and see, like, if I can identify where Baba Lysaga is and if she is like out and about or sleeping.
Roll a perception and a stealth check. Which window are you going to? One in front of Kavi or the one south of you?
I'll say the one south of me since Kavi's already kind of standing over there.
As you look into the house, you see a small desk in front of that door. You see a small desk in front of that door. There is a tub just beyond it, and there is a young woman who is inside of the tub, and she's currently nursing a small child at her breast. There is a crib in the center of the room, and then a bed in the far northwestern side of the room. And then for what it's worth, you can't really see what's in that other part. I could have just kept it hidden, but I didn't.
And then looking at the door, what do we got going on? Is it just like your traditional kind of like door handle? Is there appear to be some kind of like latch or something on it? Is it like a super heavy, durable door, or the type of thing that like we could just kind of barge in on?
Looking over it, it seems to just be enough that it shuts off this wall. There's no latch, there's no apparent lock, there's no apparent lever or anything for you to touch. It really is just kind of like a exposed handle in the door, so you can put your hand on it to open the door, and otherwise it's just a hinged block of wood kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. So I will look back to the party, and then I'll hold 3 fingers up, 2 fingers up, 1 finger up, and then I'll attempt to run in the door. Well, open the door, not run into the door.
Get y'all to roll some initiative.
Yeah, hopefully everybody was ready for that. I didn't want to like get this close and then like start making a bunch of noise and like trying to talk to each other or whatever.
So, free action opening the door. You see a young woman about 30 years old sitting in front of you. Brilliant red hair, a small baby at her chest. What are you doing?
I will run up to her and yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for a attack on her. So I'm gonna do a quarterstaff attack. Double-handed stick smack.
Solid hit across her skull.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt a stunning strike. It is DC 14 Constitution, I believe. Yeah, con.
Like you said, DC 14 con.
Yep, 14 con.
You see as her eyes seem to kind of roll back. She doesn't seem responsive.
Okay, so second attack with the stick.
Solid hit.
And then I'm going to do and she's just holding a baby in the bathtub.
Like she is nursing a baby.
Oh, okay, she's nursing a baby in the bathtub. So when I hit her, does she like drop the baby or anything, or is the baby just like
Still
just
cradling her
frozen?
arm. She's not.
Okay.
She's stunned. She's not incapacitated.
Okay, I got you. But I don't feel like immediately like the baby's just gonna fall in the water and drown if I don't do something.
I mean, what do you feel like? You just stunned somebody who's holding a baby, nursing it. Tell me what Sarkis feels.
I think if he thinks that the baby's in danger, he'll try to take it. So can I use my bonus action, which would be like another attack to try to like grapple the baby or like grab the baby?
I mean, you could definitely do something like that, but I would say you could do a wisdom check to see if you think she's going to drop the baby. You also know pretty well how your stun works, too, so.
Okay, I'll do a wisdom check to see if I think I need to grab the baby so it doesn't like drown or anything.
That to me strikes me that you know enough about your stun that her arms are stuck in that position.
Okay, then I'm just gonna unarmed strike for a third attack. So like after I basically like stunned her with the stick now, I'm gonna just try to give her like a little punch to the nose.
Gotcha. So you effectively only did the stunning strike this turn. It was a normal attack with the quarterstaff with that second one, and this is just the normal bonus action.
Yeah, if I got the inclination she was stunned off the first one, I'm not gonna just keep stunning striking her. So it would be like stunning strike off the first attack, double hand quarterstaff attack for both the first and second, and then now I'm just like punching her.
Another solid hit.
And then I'm just gonna like yell out, "She's stunned! Everything you have!"
So it's going to go to Flea.
Okay, Flea's gonna roll into the door and over by the desk and with the bow. Other side of that room.
I mean, you can move your guy as well, so.
Actually, I tried and I couldn't.
I don't understand how you always have problems with your character. You should be able to drag out a new character if you can't click him and move him. Yep, it should be in your journal and it can be edited by Al, so it should be something that you can affect that character.
So
Nice roll.
I think you need to roll an extra. What does your shit not do? I think you need an extra 4d6. But you can check under D&D or roll beyond 20 and make sure that it says automatically roll critical damage. Like when you crit, it should roll the damage for you.
Well, right now, if you click where it says short bow in pink, on roll 20, I think it will roll it with the critical damage.
okay, I'll do that going forward.
So another 25 from Flea, and anything else from you?
No, sir.
You guys can tell me what you think Aragol should do here, but I don't think he should block the door for Flea. His movement is going to be consumed basically getting to that doorway.
Yeah, I think have him maybe just like climb up to where I was before we opened the door and sort of just be like waiting around the corner in case she tries to run out of there.
I think we need the firepower, dude.
Again,
Well,
he can't make it inside of there. He can't
Yeah,
do anything useful this turn. But he
he's
can
saying-
block Kavi out. Realistically, it's difficult terrain if he stops in the doorway. That's really what it ends up being.
So that's my vote. If he can't get an attack off this turn, I think the best thing to do is to run up and sort of like not necessarily block the door, but like wait around the corner almost in ambush.
So you guys can control him, but he's basically 20 feet from the front of the door and he's 15 feet down. So he's pretty much 30 feet to that. Realistically, what? It's probably 30 feet to 5 feet up in the air. If he does like a dash action, he could make it up into the place. That's where kind of things kind of get where you'd like to go with it.
Is that okay where I moved him right there? Could he get to there okay?
Just on the ground level?
No, up on the top level, like where Sarkis was.
Do a strength check. Or do just a d20. He would be limited to the doorway there. He could dash to get over there. But it's basically difficult terrain to be climbing. So that's his 30 feet is to get there.
Is the like 30 feet to get there? Is that with the dash on the top level now?
Like that would be him in front of the doorway. He's with the climbing check, he's able to successfully climb. But doing any level of climbing, if he moves 15 feet laterally, he can also move 15 feet up. But 15 feet is what he can move.
Okay, so does he have a ranged weapon, or is he just carrying like a double-handed weapon? Like, what's his equipment?
He's pretty much he's got a light crossbow. You could take a crossbow shot from there, and then it would be difficult terrain for anybody to try to move through that doorway.
Yeah, so I guess the real question is, do we want him kind of around the corner, like out of potential danger from like an immediate spell, or do we want to take a crossbow shot with him?
Kavi, Flea, what are y'all thinking? You're the one he's potentially blocking, Kavi, so what do you want him to do?
Does he still have movement left?
He could take the dash action.
I mean, if he can attack, I will let him attack.
Flea, attack.
Yeah.
Sarkis, sound good?
Yep, cool with me.
Kavi, roll a d20. Actually, my bad. Roll. Well, that's still a hit. So this is where you guys get to see how badass he is. Let me have Sarkis roll a d8 and 4d6, and then let me have Kavi roll 4d6 and Flea 3d6. And then do a con save from her. So she is good on the con save, so she'll take half damage on Sarkis's d6. So 10 damage from the bolt, the poison damage, and then 27 damage in sneak attack. Nope, 33 damage in sneak attack.
He's a fucking ninja. That's awesome.
He is CR8. He is extremely strong. And then it will go to Jape. What do you all want him doing?
Probably try to come and get into position. I think he's a little further back, so maybe have him like dash up there.
Flea, do a d20 for me. Oh wait, that was my 16. Flea rolled the 12, so 4 less damage. That's not epic fighting Baba Lysaga music. Jape goes to climb and he is unable to climb the rope. So you can take the dash action and see if he can make it. What would that be? 10 feet up. And then 15 to get through Aragol. I think it's just enough that he would be able to make it inside if he can successfully climb on the dash. So, Kavi, do a roll a d20. Solid. So Jape is able to run through there. And Kavi, what are you doing?
Am I near a window by chance?
You are indeed.
I'm assuming it'd be an action to like potentially break the window.
What's your intention? Tell me what you're trying to do, and then we can decide what it's going to take.
I just want to cast Dissonant Whispers, but like I don't want to like maneuver through a bunch of people.
Pretty sure you just need to see her so you can cast it without breaking the window.
It's verbal, so I'm pretty sure she needs to hear it.
The door's open there. I don't think there's any reason that you couldn't do it there.
Alright. I'll just move like up there, then I'll cast it from the doorway.
Alright, you would 100% not be able to stop there. So if your intention is to move there, cast it, and then move back, you can just leave yourself in that same spot.
Crap, I got myself lost in there. Thank you.
So cast Dissonant Whispers. She does not seem to react. And back around to Sarkis.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm going to start with my bonus action, and I'm going to pull out my dagger from its sheath, and I will say, I have removed my sacred dagger from the sheath. It cannot be returned until it spills blood. And I'm going to hex her.
Seems to be hexed.
And I'm going to give her disadvantage on, I guess, strength checks. And then I will quarterstaff attack her. Ooh, I think I'm going to put inspiration on that. I'm going to put. I really want to hit her with this. I'm going to put. Oh, wait, do I get advantage because she's stunned?
She's still stunned. You have advantage.
Okay, so I will hit with that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave that one and then I'm gonna put a stunning strike on that one again.
She seems to be stunned.
That was when it gets tricky. Okay, and then my second one will be a stick attack again.
Solid hit again.
I think I'm gonna do another one, another stunning strike on her. Cause like the way I look at it is I don't know if she's stunned for this turn again, or if she's just still stunned, if that makes sense.
Make a wisdom check. Something seems off about the situation. She looks the same as when you first hit her.
Something seems off about the situation. So like okay, so you all right, I guess I won't spend the second point then, or the third point. So assuming you just put that first roll when I rolled the hex as a damage from the first strike, I have one more d6 to add to that.
Oh, word. Yeah, I forgot the hex. So that first one was for 8. So that next one's for 13. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. And then that will be it for my turn. And does the baby still look okay? Is it still doing the same thing, just laying in her arms?
She's still stuck holding the baby in her arms.
Okay, cool. That's it for me.
What is Flea doing? So another solid hit for another 18 damage. What do you guys want Aragol to do?
I think just shoot her again.
Roll the
Agreed.
d20. You get a d8 and a d6 from Sarkis, and then 3d6 from Flea and 3d6 from Copy. Any movement from him?
We need to get him out of
Otherwise-
that doorway.
You guys can move him, so you can move him where he'd like to go.
Yeah, I
It's
think.
10 to get past Jake.
Oh wait, were you thinking moving him in, Flea? Is that what you were saying, or moving him out of the way, like south?
Yeah, put him on the back.
Just do a dexterity check. All right, he's fine. What's Jake doing?
I think have him run up and smack her. What's he have? Two
He's
Japiers?
2 weapon fighters. Well, he's got the Japier and then another rapier.
Yeah, sorry, I meant 2 rapiers.
Yeah, I don't like that he just used the same character and assumed that he could have the magical weapon, but it is what it is. I don't think he got the idea that it was a different jape. So let me get somebody to roll a d20 and somebody else to roll a d20. Whoever
you
rolls
guys can
first
do
is with the
this.
japier. So one solid hit. You can roll a d8 with that, Kavi. And then the second one, she's still stunned. Roll another. Actually, each of you roll another d20.
Flea, you're pretty close to accidentally stabbing the baby right now.
Oh yeah, that baby dead. So both of those will hit. Roll a d8, Flea. It is +6 on the Japier. Damn, does two-weapon fighting ignore the lack of the bonus? Like, you get the normal bonus with that, right?
Well, if you have the skill double fighter, it does. But if
I feel like he's got all of them. I don't even want to look at his character right now.
yeah, if you have
I
the
don't-
feet, you still get the bonus to the damage and to the.
I don't actually see his fighting style, though. So he's got dual wielder and he's got defensive duelist. Defensive duelist is a reaction. Dual wielder lets him draw and fight with them if they're not light. I feel like he has the fighting style, though, and I
Well,
just
the
don't see it.
dual wielder is the feat that gives you that bonus.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's the fighting style that lets him add his like dexterity to the damage.
I'm not sure which one it would be. I know like normally if you double wield but you don't have the feat to double wield, you don't get to add your damage to the second attack. But if you do have the feat, you do.
Well, no, it's not the feat. It's definitely the fighting style because those are the two feats he has. But I don't see the fighting style. He should have a fighting style. He's a fighter. Oh, martial archetype is battle master. Nope, that's his subclass. I feel like he's got it. Fighting style. There we go. Two-weapon fighting. Bam. That should be the one. Damn, Flea, crushing those ones. So 6 damage. No, wait, it's +5. Yeah, +5 and +6 for Kavi's. So 11 and then 16 total for Jake. And then it's going to go to Kavi.
Is she looking bloodied at all or anything?
She looks perfectly fine.
I'm just going to go with Vicious Mockery.
When you say she looks perfectly fine, like does it look like we're beating up an illusion, or like did she just not look bloodied?
She looks exactly the same as the moment you all walked into this room. What are you going to do, Sarkis?
Okay, so when I'm actually like striking her, it's not leaving any marks behind or anything like that on her.
You can roll an investigation. It'll be your free action. She does not look like she's taken a single hit from anybody. The only place where her body seems, yeah, no, I don't even think you guys pick up on anything like that. She looks perfectly fine, like she is nursing a baby.
Have we seen her move at all? Like the whole
Nope.
time? Like when I looked
She's-
in and go ahead.
She's been stunned the whole time.
Yeah, but like when I entered into the door and ran in before I attacked her, did she move at all? Did she flinch? Did she just Like, does it seem like just an image illusion?
When you open the door, she seemed to be in the same position as when you looked through the window.
And when I looked through the window, there was no movement ever, like before I ran in.
You could do an intelligence check at disadvantage here. I don't think you were looking through the window to try to see. I don't think you picked up anything that would be a telling. Right now, that wisdom check last turn was you starting to recognize that something was fishy about this. So what you can pick up from it is what you've got right now.
Gotcha. Okay, well,
But I think it's safe for you to. I think it's safe for you to understand. You should probably stop expending resources, and probably talk to your party right now because you're the one who knows this stuff.
I gotcha. I am going to. Have we seen the baby move at all, or is the baby just frozen too? Like, does that make? Is it like trying to drink some milk, or does it just look like a still image on her, just doing nothing?
I've given you a lot of checks already. I think for what it's worth, you could pick up the baby is just nursing in her breast right now.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm going to attack her again, double-handed stick attack.
That one seems to miss. Second one will hit.
Those should both be at advantage, right? So 14
Yep.
and 22? The 14 misses?
Indeed.
Okay, so now something's definitely going on because before I was hitting her. Okay, I got you. All right, well, I'm going to do a bonus action attack and then I'm going to yell out to the party. Those are, oh wait, only 2 of those should be from the hex. So ignore the 6. And then I'm just going to yell out, something's wrong. This is a trick. It's not her or an illusion. And then is there a window right by me, like where I'm at or anything?
The only windows are at the front of the hut.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm going to run out and jump off of the second story and go stand inside the skull.
Gotcha. What are you doing, Flea?
If she's not here, do we want to burn this? I say we burn it. Javi,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you're taking a poll, you need to recognize that, like, you guys are in turn order for a reason. So, like, if you want to take a poll, like, that's fine, but they have to use up their time speaking from their turn. Otherwise, just light it on fire. Burn that motherfucker if you think to burn it.
I'm going to go pull the tub out and dump it over the side.
Make a strength check. You go to move it and it doesn't move.
Okay, I'm going to move back to where I was.
Anything else? Otherwise, it's on Aragol.
Moving on.
What's Aragol doing all?
I guess. I guess have him sink another arrow into what we think is possibly maybe her.
Roll another d20.
Yeah.
Solid hit. Roll a d8 and d6, Sarkis. And then the other two of you roll 3d6. What's Jake doing?
Can he do like some sort of check to see if she's looking like she's hurt at all after I like yelled out that there's something going on? Like maybe an
She's not hurt in the
investigation.
least bit.
Well, I just mean like some kind of insight or investigation as to what the hell's going on.
I think he just touches her, see if she's even like more like a puppet, I guess would be the way to go about it.
He can feel her. She's got flesh. She feels human.
Is she warm or cold?
Warm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just keep stabbing her.
Yeah, I think that's sufficient that could have been free action-wise. Maybe bonus action to do the two of them. So he could do an attack with the Japier. So if somebody wants to roll a single d20. She is not stunned anymore. So yeah, just that's going to be a miss. And it's on you, Kavi. Oh, wait a second. My bad. Oh, guests. Hello. Welcome. How are you all today? Come in. Yes, you can seat yourselves. Kavi, what are you doing?
Being confused by chipper demeanor. But I'll approach like the doorway, but like being weary of her.
You doing anything else? Or that's it?
I want to cast Zone of Truth on this one if we're going to be talking.
Alright, you can burn his own truth. Post the actual wording for Zone of Truth. Do you have a sense of whether they pass or fail? She passes the save. She's unaffected by it. But everybody else can make that same save, I believe. I don't think you get to choose. Yeah, so I mean, depending on where you place that, everybody else is still affected by it. What are you doing, Sarkis?
What is the save for that? It's
Charisma 15.
I want to. I still have that climbing potion or whatever. Is the actual like building on top of a tree and there's like no more tree above it, or is there like a way I can climb on top of the building to like try to like purvey the area?
Yeah, you can climb on top of the building. The tree goes up probably another like 40 or 50 feet.
Okay. I want to climb up on top of like basically like what would amount to like the center or like peak of the building, and I want to like do an insight check, like if I can try to figure out what the hell's going on, or if I maybe like perception if I see anything around, like just like footsteps in the swamp or any movement, like figure out what the hell's going on.
Roll that check. Looking around, you see the swamp around you. You see the scarecrows that you guys have spotted previously, all surrounding the hut. Everything seems to be exactly what it looks like to you. It seems to be that you've found her hut and that you're standing on top of it.
I'm just gonna like yell down to the party. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but something's not right. And that's the end of my turn.
What are you doing, Flea?
My lady, that is a beautiful baby. May I hold it?
Doing anything else?
That's it.
What do you guys have an Aragal do?
I think just shoot her again.
Roll a d20. Roll 2d8 and 2d6, and then Flea and Kavi roll 6d6.
Ergo about to do 1,000 damage to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, a lone Aragal has now done 170 damage to her. What's Jake doing?
I don't know why mine didn't post, but it was a 29.
Yeah, I got it. I actually have D&D Beyond open for once because I'm on Jake.
I think Jape should try to grab the baby. Or maybe ransack the place and look for something that's going on. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Go for the baby.
All right, yeah, he'll try to take the baby.
Roll a strength check. And her hex is on strength saving throws, right?
No, it's the other way around. It's ability checks.
Gotcha. She's able to maintain control of the baby. He cannot pull it away from her.
Go figure. I finally get the one, and it's not even my character.
Oh, yes. This is Strahd. I've been taking care of little baby Strahd for his mother and father. Javi, what would you like to do?
Was that like in response to what Kabi asked or said, or was that literally just her like randomly saying shit?
You can do a check on your turn.
I think it was in response to Flea's question about holding the baby.
That's what I was wondering.
Javi, what are you doing?
So that's baby Strahd you're holding?
Anything else? It's gonna go to
Yeah.
Circus if you're not doing anything else. So, Sarkis, you are on top of the hut. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna look around again and see if I can try to figure out what the hell's going on. See if I see like, I mean, at this point in time, let me just tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this is some sort of like illusion or trick or defensive alarm or something, and that she's potentially like running away or something, like sneaking around here or something. So I'm like trying to look to see if I can see her or hear footsteps in the water or something like that. So that's what I'm thinking.
Everything that you're looking around at looks absolutely normal. You already looked. You weren't missing anything. You can do an Arcana check. You do not have the skill, but you can do an Arcana here to see. Because you guys should be recognizing by this point you're dealing with magic. You don't know what it is, but you're definitely understanding that this is some sort of an illusion that you are inside of. And then it's powerful. You're standing on top of it. You were touching it. You were beating on it, and nothing was happening. So you guys should be over whatever you're doing with her right now, because you need to start to get to recognize that you are inside of her illusion. So you can share that with them, Sarkis. Again, you're the one connecting these dots. Get the party out of there. You guys are done inside of that hut.
Okay, so I'll just yell to the party, this is some sort of trick, an illusion. We need to get out of here. It's probably a trap. And I guess I will use. How high off the ground am I right now?
You'd be like 40 or so feet. I think like just movement wise, you could pretty much make it to the ground because you effectively got up there with your movement. I think if you needed to leap, you would just have to walk down some, if anything, before you just jumped. That's kind of on you to decide.
Yeah, I'll just do some crazy monk shit and like parkour, jump off the roof and take no damage because I'm a monk.
Yeah. I feel like you walked up there in a single round, so it's no different than what you could walk down. And I don't think you can take enough damage from a single like walk up's height. So Flea, what are you doing?
Are there-
I heard are there.
Any candles or lamps?
Tell me your intention. What are you looking for?
Set the place on fire and get the hell out.
You don't see any candles or lamps in here. Do you want to set it on fire?
Yep, set it on fire.
What do you have to set it on fire?
I have flint and steel and I have some lamp oil.
So spark it and try to light it.
What do I need to roll?
Just mark it off. You start to burn the place down.
And I'm getting out.
Roll a wisdom check for me. Of course. Yep. Looks like the place is on fire. It's going to burn down pretty quickly. It's made of wood. What's Aragal doing?
Does he have any wisdom when it comes to magic or anything? Can we try to do some kind of magic arcana check with him?
I am just a murderer of people. You tell me what you need to kill, and I can kill it. I do not understand these magics. Should I continue to try to kill it?
I think maybe try to have him grab the baby.
He can move in there and try to grab the baby, and he cannot grab the baby. And then he can move back out. What's Jape doing?
I mean, I guess just get out of there. And nothing else is doing anything. I'm assuming he doesn't have any arcana abilities.
No, Jape has no arcanage. So Jape will climb out, take the dash action down. Tripping up, and he's going to take 3 damage falling. Yes, I've been taking care of Strahd for quite some time now. His parents are quite busy with everything that they have going on at the castle. It really is quite difficult for them, but without me, I don't know what they would ever do. Yeah. Kavi, what are you doing?
I'm just going to take the dash action and get out.
Do a strength check. Or acrobatics, whichever you actually prefer. Excellent. So you can get back down to ground level. So as you all step off of the building, you are going to see as slowly there's just shimmers of light, and moment by moment there's less and less of a tree, there's less and less of a person, there's less and less of all of the limbs, until you just see before you an old haggled looking tree. It looks nothing like the little tree that you, or the big tree that you were on top of. There's no tree house. There's no ravens. There's really nothing left there but a little tree. And it's currently on fire about 15 feet up in the air.
Assuming the big skull is gone too.
Yep, no big skull as well. And you will start to hear a little cackle from the southeast of you. Wasn't she cute? Wasn't I cute? Oh, so many 100 years ago. I do miss having Strahd at my arms.
Like how far to the south is that? Could we see where it came from or anything?
And you just see over... Oh shit, what did I do with that? Over the next like few moments by moments, you see as like the swamp where you're standing starts to move and it starts to shimmer, and a lot of it looks pretty similar to the exact same. But there's little bits of it where like you've walked on grass and kind of like pushed down grass that you see those blades are still there, like standing up tall. And you can basically see like there are signs that this entire area was a part of this illusion. And as far as you can understand, it's this entire island. It might even go beyond that. But eventually, you start to see from where the cackling is coming from to the southwest of you all, or southeast of you all, that there is indeed an old, haggled woman who's sitting inside of a massive skull. And inside of that skull, or right behind that skull, you see a very similar looking tree. Only this tree is waving in the wind. All of its branches are moving, and you see even the roots are tearing up out of the ground, and they too are moving. Um, what are y'all thinking as she kind of reveals herself from behind you?
Oh, I see. Down to the southeast over there. So is she in the skull, like floating above the ground right now, or what's going on?
Yep, she's about 15 feet in the air, directly in front of the door of the creeping hut.
And this is all difficult terrain through here.
Yep.
I'm gonna start running towards her, and I'm gonna yell out, um, "Should have just kept your mouth shut. You could have gotten away with your life." And then I'm gonna run after her.
Is that good for your turn here?
Oh shit! Are we still in initiative and everything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. How big is this skull?
It's probably easily like 10 feet wide.
Okay, yeah. So I used my action. I used my bonus action for the dash.
Yeah, what did you use your action on? You use your movement.
Oh wait,
And
I
then
mean I
bonus
used
action.
my. Yeah, I meant I used my move and then my action for the dash.
Okay, I got you. Not
Sorry.
Path of the Wind.
Yeah, so I guess like as I'm like running and I get close to her, uh I'm gonna do if I step of the wind, I would get another 40, so that would be like another 20. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let out a little fart. And you're just gonna hear Sarkis go and then I'm just gonna misty step onto the skull with her.
What are you doing, Flea? Just say what you're gonna do every once in a while. I would love to hear your voice and have you like role playing what you're doing. If you shoot an arrow at her, you have a big old miss.
Okay, and I'm moving half the distance. And that's
She is going to turn to Sarkis, and she is going to point at you. And you're just going to freeze. She casts Power Word Stun. You are stunned.
There's no
No
save.
save at all. You will get to save later on. And then it is going to go to. Let's see. I think she's going to fly first, actually. And then it's going to go to Aragal. What's Aragal doing?
doesn't he have a crossbow?
He does indeed.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Roll a d20, Flea. He shoots out, and the arrow is going to stick into the side of the skull. Any movement from Aragal?
What do you think, guys? I think so.
Yeah, maybe like southeast, kind of close the distance a little bit.
And then we'll go to Jake.
I think close the distance and shoot a blow dart, maybe. How high off the ground is she right now?
30 feet. Blowgun is 25 feet, so it would be disadvantage to take the shot, but to roll a 2d20. Roll one more, Kavi. Alrighty, so that will hit for 8 damage.
So I'm guessing that's the first damage she's taken tonight.
Do you think she takes damage when you guys attack an illusion?
Nope.
Exactly, that is the first damage she's taken tonight. It's gonna go to the creeping hut. The hut is going to throw 2 rocks at Kavi, and it is going to swing a root out at Flea. So 2 rocks flying at Kavi. One will crit, another will have an 18. Three. And that is going to do 29 damage, and then 25 damage to Kavi.
So 29 plus 25.
Well, 29 damage and then 25. In particular, that's because if you go down, like the difference in the damage. But I think you're just downed.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then the root striking out at Flea is going to do 43 damage to Flea.
And I'm going to try to dodge for half.
That's your reaction to half it.
Yes.
You can take 21 damage. And then it is on Kavi. So, Kavi, you can do a death saving throw. Kavi will fail a death saving throw. Flea at the end, or not Flea, my bad. Sarkis, at the end of your turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw. DC 17.
Okay, I wish you would have told me the DC, but I'm planning on using my inspiration to try to pass this. So I will just assume that I used all 5 of my inspiration because that's what I was going to do.
In particular, you don't have to do that. Part of why I told you is because this woman is an incredibly strong opponent. I want you guys to come out of this alive.
Yeah, I don't think I would have known what the DC would have been, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't disagree,
So
but I
I'm gonna
have
say I
that
used it
ability
all.
to tell DCs whenever, so.
Well, it's up to you. I have 5. I'm fully willing to use 5. If you only want me to use 3, I'll only use 3.
I'll leave it to your choice, so you can let me know how many you have left. Do you want to continue with 2 left?
I'd like to use all 5 because that's what I would have done. Like to try my best to pass it. So
end of your turn, you are unstunned, and it's going to go to Flea.
I'm going to move up and use my short bow.
Your friend is choking and dying behind you.
I will move to Kavi. And still going to take my short bow shot and then attend to her.
All right, I mean, for whatever it's worth to you, like, it's the same action. I don't think you have a bonus action that you can help her, so.
wait, can the rogue do like a healing potion as his bonus action? I feel like they have some kind of ability to do that.
In particular, the thief, this is one of the things I've had long arguments on the intrawebs about. Part of what the thief does is he has fast hands. So letting other people take their own potion as a bonus action actually robs from the reason that you would play a thief. And part of how I think to solve that is not to take the bonus action healing yourself with a potion away, but give him the ability to give a potion as a bonus action. Even though you can't do it with a magical item. But I think that's one of those ways to keep that house rule of being able to take your own potion as a bonus and still rewarding the thief. So you could give her a potion as a bonus action.
Nice.
That's how we'll proceed.
That in particular is your class feature, and that's the type of thing where I feel like you have not paid attention to what your class is able to do. Because that's the same thing as your ability to have a climbing speed. Able to sneak the strike over the skull and sink it into her, and she will take some more damage here.
Because I'm not stunned anymore, will he be able to get sneak attack on that?
Indeed.
Nice.
And then I want to finish up giving Kavi potion of healing.
I think we had just the basic ones, so it should be what 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2.
Do I roll that or Cobby's?
Either or.
Cobby, it's your life.
She's going to turn back around to Sarkis. By the eye of Newt, are you not frustrating? Make a wisdom saving throw. Son of a bitch. Continue to be a annoying little gnome.
Halfling.
Halfling. Yeah, they're all the same to me. They're half of a human. And it's going to go to Aragog.
I'm thinking, what does he have? A crossbow, and what other weapon?
I think short sword. Yeah, short sword.
Okay, I think he should just advance up, like kind of close the distance again, and shoot the short sword. Yeah, shoot the short sword. You know what I meant.
Crossbow by Baba Lysaga again.
Yeah, I mean it's that or the tree, and I feel like if we try to concentrate our fire on her, maybe like the tree will die theoretically if we could take her out.
Roll a d20. Solid hit. Roll a d8 and a d6, and then Kavi and Flea roll 3d6.
Did anybody move him already or no?
I just moved him.
Okay, I felt like he was in a different spot.
Flea, please roll 3d6. And then it's going to Jake. Alright, I'm about to roll Aragel's damage. What's Jake doing?
I'm thinking that he's just gonna probably do the same thing. Try to close the distance. Like maybe just go to the straight to the east, kind of like. Because we want to say
Kavi, roll a d20. Big ol' miss. Alrighty. One rock at Kavi, one rock at Flea, and then it is going to attempt to grapple Sarkis. So I need a strength or acrobatics or athletics from you, Sarkis. I've got an 18, so it is going to grab you off of the skull, and you are grappled by the creeping tree. And then it is going to whip a rock at Kavi and a rock at Flea. So Kavi will hit with a 23, and then Flea will... Does a 14 hit you, Flea? 14's your AC.
That's correct.
So I think Kavi's going to go down automatically because it's plus 8 damage. And then this is against Flea for 21 damage. So you can use your reaction to take 10.
Thank you.
And then the tree is going to walk, I guess basically just enough to kind of pull Sarkis off of the flying skull. And then it's going to Kavi, death saving throw. So Kavi once again is choking, having failed a death saving throw, and is going to go to Sarkis.
All right. So
Just to
what is the
clarify,
deal
that
right
is one failed death saving throw copy.
I heard two voices at once. What?
Just to clarify, like, you're not stacked on death saving throws. That's still just one fail.
Correct.
So what is the deal right now? I'm currently grappled. I'm restrained. I can't attack. What's the deal?
Just grappled. You can attack the tree if you would like. You need to try to use an action to free yourself if you want to do something else. You basically have a movement of 0. You guys have seen this tree's roots reach out that far by now, basically.
All right. I'll just try to hit the tree then.
Solid hit.
All right. I'm gonna try to stun it.
That's a con save, right? Oh yeah, it's definitely getting stunned.
It is a con save.
Thing is stacked with con, and that is definitely a big ol' stun.
Okay. So if it is stunned, can I wriggle free from it now? Or am I still?
It's your action, so you would have to.
But I mean, like, am I still grappled by something that's stunned?
Yeah, because it's still holding on to you. But like next turn on your turn, you can use your action to break free, and you can get free. But right now, you are still grappled by it, and it takes your action to do that, which you've used your action to attack it.
But that's what I'm saying. If something is stunned, it still has the ability to like grapple me, and I don't get any advantage or anything to get free.
Yeah, basically the root is just stuck holding onto you, but it takes your action to break the grapple. But you've already used your action.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish attacking the tree then.
So both of those will hit as well. So total of 26.
And because I'm grappled, I'm assuming that means I have 0 movement and whatnot, right?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. That was everything for me.
Yeah, give me 1 second, doing some math here. It's going to go to Flea.
Oh, can I yell out on my turn too about the tree?
It's stunned, oh yeah.
Okay. I stunned the tree. Focus your damage.
Do I would I be able to know if Kavi has another healing potion or not? I do not have one.
Kavi, do you have a healing potion?
You guys each have one, and Jape has one.
Yeah, I feel like you guys had the conversation not too long ago that Sarkis did not want to carry a healing potion. So I think you know that everybody has one.
Yeah, mine's specifically in the backpack.
Yeah, it's going to be like a bonus and an action to get that into her.
Okay, I think that's what I got to do.
So roll the dice again and mark that one off.
To attack the tree, like, do you have to be like touching like the house part of it, or like where's kind of like its like outline?
Oh, I didn't realize the actual glow doesn't show up when I set that on for the tree. For what it's worth, you guys can all attack the tree where you are. That thing has roots that are reaching out as far as Kavi right now. It has 60-foot reach with its roots. It is everywhere on that island. You guys are inside of the tree right now.
For the balance of my action, can I move out past the 60 feet, 60, 70 feet?
I mean, you can use your movement to do that, sure. Your action, though, is used in finding the potion, and then your bonus action is giving it to her. But none of that is related to your movement. Still difficult terrain, so you've got 15 feet.
Okay, next.
You silly fool. Strahd wouldn't want me hurting his playthings. Be gone with you. I don't see it. Where's that spell? Oh, shit. Um, my bad. A 20-foot radius.
Oh, dude, I need that for when I misty step.
Right? Yeah, I think that's where she's going to drop it on the four of them. So she's going to reach out her hand, and as she starts to use her word of command again, she's just going to start to vomit forth this green smoke, and it's just going to sink out of her mouth across the air, and it's just going to float until it starts to spread. And as it starts to circle the four of you in that area, it's going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Question: is it poison?
What's the intention?
I have resistance against poison.
You will have the ability to take less damage from this. It is indeed poison, but it is not poison that you need to breathe. But I still don't think that's going to keep you alive. Let me have each of you roll a d20. Flea for Jape and Kavi for Aragal. Oh, that might be enough. That is just enough that Kavi is going to survive this, I think. Oh, wait, no, it's half damage because you failed to save. So Kavi was doing Aragol. He's +2, and Japes Khan is +2. Yeah, so I think all 4 of you are going to fail. So everybody but Kavi will take 23, and Kavi, you will take 11.
And this is not something where my dodge would apply, correct?
I'm pretty sure your dodge has to be against a dexterity saving throw.
That's what I thought.
Yep, that was a constitution.
I'm down.
Same.
So I think we will stick you guys as Kavi is now Aragol and Jape is now Flea. So Kavi, what are you doing with Aragol? Oh, actually, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, so technically those are at the start of your turn. So technically you 2 are up right now until your turn starts. I don't think that makes a big difference. Do roll a d20 for me, Kavi, to see if Aragol is wise enough to understand what's going on here. Tackle yourself out of the cloud kill. He's going to take the damage here, but if you can try to get Kavi out of the cloud kill, she doesn't have to start her turn in that, and it's not going to take her down. But you're basically like willingly grappling your friend to try to prevent the damage.
So would it be just the strength?
No, it's willingly. As long as you're not trying to oppose Aragol, like he's just grappling you to pull you out of the cloud kill.
Yeah, I'm unconscious, so can't really.
No, that's what I
fight.
mean. Like it's not happening yet. It's at the start of your turn that you will fail that and go unconscious. Like for instance, right now, only Aragol will take that damage because only he has started his turn there. Oh wait, he can't even get there soon enough though. Yeah, you could like run back with him, but it's all of his actual movement and his dash action to get back to you. So it's a little more up to you what you actually want to do there. It's not actually possible to get Kavi out of the cloud kill. What do y'all think she should do?
Probably shoot the witch.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with them on that one.
That's what you're going for? Let me.
What was Jape's hit points and everything?
Jape is among the toughest of your group.
So that was the first damage he would be taking, though? It's not like he can just do that and save Jape from going down. That's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, Jape's not going to go down. This is the first of the damage. He could move over, grapple Jape, and pull him out of the cloud kill, but he wouldn't be able to take a shot because the grapple is his action.
So the option is to save Jape from taking 20 damage and using the grapple, or attack and move out of it himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to win this fight by trying to not take damage.
Is that the shot at Baba Lysaga? Is that what you're going for with Aragol?
Yeah, I'll just go with the shot.
19 hits. You can roll a d8 and 7d6. Oh, wait, no sneak attack now. Just the d8.
Just 1d8.
Yep. Oh, shit. I've been forgetting. He still has a plus modifier, though. He's still got a +3. I think he's hit twice already on her. That shot takes her to a bloodied condition. Sarkis, you're probably the only one who can see that right off the bat, though. Where do you want to move, Aragol?
I think go like east, maybe even like northeast. Is that spell, assuming like we would have no idea what it is? It seemed like just a lingering effect that's just staying in place now? Or does it seem like after the initial move, it could continue to move?
Without an Arcana check on somebody's turn, you could do an Arcana with Aragol. He doesn't have any reason to really be, especially like ready for Arcana, but you could roll a d20 and see what he might know. But in
Right.
general, that's got to be something that's an Arcana check that somebody doesn't just know.
Yeah, Kavi, I think do an Arcana check and see, because if it seems like it might move, don't go north. Just get as far away from it as possible. But if it seems like it could potentially move, I mean, that might change it.
Okay, so just roll another d20 for the Arcana.
Yep, another d20. He's got a +1. That's not enough that he'll really know anything about what that spell is. But he did deal some damage to her concentration check. And she passes it. Flea, what are you doing with Jape?
Moving him up. And this is still rough range, so only half movement, right?
That is correct.
Yes, so move him half, move him his full distance, and he doesn't have any ranged weapons, so that's
He's
it.
got the blowgun.
We will go with the blowgun then.
All right, hang tight. He can hit the tree that is stunned right now, and Jape is meant to fight in hand-to-hand combat. So potentially the two options are to either blowgun Baba Lysaga and try to get her to drop that spell so the two of you don't go down, or attack the tree at advantage, potentially action surge, and potentially heal himself as a bonus action. So I think we should really consider what's going on here and where we move to. Because realistically, if the two of you are down and making death saving throws, if that ability doesn't get dropped, the last thing we want to do is move our last healing potion as further away from you two.
Okay, I agree.
So the real question is, Jape has two attacks that he could potentially blowgun and an action surge. Or he has a move and then could potentially give his healing potion to one of you.
And I believe that should be Kavi, since she also has healing abilities.
What's his move?
30 feet. So he's still limited to 15 feet here.
All right, so here's the thing, and this might sound crazy. We know the tree is stunned. That's not meta knowledge. So it's out of the combat for this round. Kabi would be next after the tree. So if Jape moves towards Kabi, action surges for a bonus action, or just dashes, and then action surges to give Kabi the potion. Or I guess really he would have to hold his action and then on Kabi's turn, give her the potion if she goes down, or something like that. But then she would be back up for her turn. Because she's technically not down right now, right?
That's correct.
And he would get 2 blowgun attacks and could potentially action surge for 2 more blowgun attacks. So the real question is, can you get her to drop Constitution with 4 blowgun attacks, or is it worth trying to get Kavi back up?
Oh shit! He gets 2 blowgun attacks. Roll 2 more d20. Starkus, roll those. I think he's shot 2 blowguns at Baba Lysaga already right now. So 1 more of those would hit for another 8.
So I think what we should do, this is my opinion, knowing obviously that you two are going to go down on your turns. What I think you should do is, I think Jape should dash back or move back, action surge dash, bonus action, second wind, and then hold his actual action to administer Kavi a healing potion if she goes unconscious.
What do you think, Kavi?
Would you like to actually use your bard? I don't think you need to get a confirmation from Kavi. I think you guys should do that.
I agree.
So move, action surge dash, bonus action second wind, and then pull out a potion and hold his action to give Kavi or Flea the healing potion if either of them goes down.
Yeah, I think he could reach that point that is right between Kavi and Flea.
Kavi should definitely get the priority as she does have a healing ability also.
Well, she'll go down before you anyway, so the way it works out, it will be that way. But you can still move him in a way that kind of protects it, which is less meta.
Yeah, that's
and
what
the
I was
fact of
going
the
for.
matter, Kavi is standing up by a healing potion, so the fact that she's inside of that cloud kill, it is expected that she's going to go down.
Well, and like we wouldn't know that she failed that test yet, so there's a possibility she would pass it and have poison resistance. So potentially saying Flea also, I feel like, is the best thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the group even knows that she has the poison resistance at this point, to really be aware that she even has a chance of standing up. Because that was basically it. If she had rolled like 2 higher, she was like 24 damage, would have dropped her even with the poison resistance. Oh, no. I don't know why I was thinking of it like that. But yeah, I think that works good. So Jape will use his second wind. What is that? It's a single D10?
I think it's plus his fighter level. A D.
Yeah, plus 6 hit points. So, Flea, roll a D10, And then I'll burn his action surge there as well. So 11 hit points. That will take him. He's still close to. He's like at 75%, but he's not really looking bloodied. He was almost bloodied there. And then the tree is stunned. It will go to Kavi, who is going to go down and unconscious. Chape will then give her the healing potion. And then Kavi, roll 2d4 plus 2. So you are now at 8 hit points, and you have your whole turn ahead of you. What would you like to do?
First off, I want to get out of this cloud.
That is a great choice.
Then I'm going to heal myself. Then as a bonus action, I want to give Sarkis Bardic Inspiration.
Is there a distance on how far you can inspire?
Crap, there is a distance. It's 60 feet.
I think you might still be inside of it, but
No, but I'll give it to Jape.
gotcha.
Oh, give it to
Inspire.
Argo, because he's got the best range weapon to potentially smack what's her name.
Okay.
Yeah, inspire yourself. All right, Flea. You are grappled by the tree. The tree is currently stunned. If you want to break out, you have advantage to break. I think if you use your action, you could just break out. I don't think there's any reason that it could resist stunned.
Yeah, but from the previous spell, I'm at 0. I'm
No,
down.
no. Right now we're on Sarkis. We're not on you yet.
Okay.
My bad if I said Flea.
Okay, so if I use my
It automatically fails strength and dex saves. I feel like that makes sense that it would automatically fail strength and dex contests as well. I mean, I understand that it doesn't say it, but that seems pretty legit. If you're trying to break free, then you basically use your action to automatically break free.
Yeah, the only problem is if I use my action to automatically break free, I won't be able to attack it to stun it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, as far as incapacitating the tree goes, you are definitely the person to do it, and you've got that chance to continue to do it right now.
Well, and is that an attack to as a contested grapple check or breaking free or whatever, an attack?
So I think the difference of how that could be is to break free of a grapple, it's an action to break free. But you could contest a grapple and try to win, in which case that could use one of your attacks. Like you could take the attack action and you could try to grapple it. I think it would still contest you at it, like at disadvantage, basically. But that would be a different way to do it with less of an action economy on you. I'm not sure what grappling the tree would really look like, though. But that's something that I think might have merit.
Okay, So you're saying like instead of trying to just like strength break out from the tree, I could essentially like attack what's holding me with an attack to break free. And then what I'm thinking, what I want to do is potentially is break free from the tree and then jump up and attack the witch.
Yeah, so kind of what I'm getting at is that I feel like grappling the tree can be part of your action. Not entirely sure if I think that is any different than breaking free, except for that breaking free is the thing that takes your action. Whereas a grapple check is in particular one of your attack actions. But it's after you take the attack action. So I don't know if I think you can grapple something while you are grappled by it. I don't know if that's really breaking free. And then beyond that, you're grappling it to then leap off of it, giving up the grapple.
Well, no, I don't care about grappling it. What I'm saying is,
But that's what I mean, though. That's what you can do as part of your attack action, is taking the grapple attack action, which is half of what is effectively your attack action.
oh, so you're saying I'm gonna like Uno reverse the grapple. So it grapples me.
That's what I mean, that there is a loophole in how it works. To break free of this creature's grapple is an action, and you contest the strength check. Being that it is stunned, contesting that strength check, I think it makes sense that it would be an automatic victory for you. To grapple it separately, I think would that's where like you would be grappling it while it's grappling you, kind of thing. And I think that's like somewhat viable that you could do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna reverse the tree, spending one of my attacks. And then how high up off the ground is the tree currently holding me?
For what it's worth right now, we'll say that it is roughly within your jumping distance to the skull.
Okay, so I'm going to grab hold of the root that's grabbing me, grapple the root, and then do a little gymnastics, like parkour leap off of the tree back onto the skull. So,
So do you
acrobatics.
want advantage on your strength check, or do you want it to have disadvantage on its strength check?
Oh, to break free?
That's what I mean. If you use your action and you don't have any other action at all, you can automatically break free. If you try to grapple it, you will have to contest, and either it is disadvantaged or you are at advantage, but that one is going to still be a contested check.
Oh,
And
I thought
that's
you
where
said
the
it
reversal
automatically
is.
fails if it's stunned.
I think that's where you can maintain action economy, that you might have something to do afterwards, but there's still a role involved with it.
So you're saying that I can either use my action completely to automatically break free, or I can use one of my multi attacks to basically do an attack action, contested grapple to break free, either at advantage or it at disadvantage.
Correct, yep. Either of which those, I think you could get to the skull, but if you use your action to break free automatically, you are getting to the skull with no other action economy, effectively.
Well, I know that that tree has a way better strength than I do because I'm +0 for sure. So I think the best thing to do is for, I don't know. I don't think I can win a contested grapple if I'm at advantage or it's at disadvantage, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's where it's basically has to be absolutely epic for it to accomplish. So let's go back and assume that you still have 2 inspiration points. You can give yourself +2 to your roll there. Choose whether you want advantage or it to have disadvantage, and make that check and see. You have to beat it by a large gap.
I'm not going to do that because if I still had my 2 inspiration, I could have just beat it on the initial grapple check and killed the witch like 3 turns ago. So I don't want to do that. Because it rolled an 18 and I had a 17, so I could have just had 19. It would have not been able to grapple me. I would have stunned her, and this combat would have already been over. So let's not do that. I think I will just give it disadvantage, hoping that it rolls 1 low roll, and then I'll just roll regular.
I fucking rolled in secret.
Let's go!
Needed to beat it by 8. 11 is enough that it has a 19.
Sarkis flexes and immediately busts out, and the tree crumbles to nothingness.
The tree, in fact, does not crumble to nothingness.
In my
What do you
head,
do?
the tree shrinks down, tiny, it withers, and then falls over in the swamp and cries. So then acrobatics. Okay, so I still have my second attack right now.
Correct.
So I'm going to, before I jump off the tree, after I flex my gigantic, tiny halfling muscles, and you see gigantic, tiny halfling veins bulge out, and I break free of the tree, I'm then going to attack the tree once, right now.
Solid hit.
And then I'm going to stunning strike the tree again.
It still seems stunned.
Okay, and then I'm going to ninja acrobatics check over to the skull.
You are able to make the jump.
As I land on the skull, I'm going to tap her on the shoulder and say, "Remember me?" And then I'm going to spend 1. Ooh, that's a tough one. I am going to spend. Oh, man, so I still have my flurry of blows for either 1 attack to attempt to stun her, but if I miss, I'm screwed. Or I can spend 1 to do the flurry of blows for 2 attacks, and then I only have to hit with 1, and then I can attempt to stun her. So I'm going all out. I'm going all in on this one. I'm spending 1 for flurry of blows for 2 attacks, and then I'm going to spend, well, wait, and then potentially spend 1 for the stun. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I'm going to quarterstaff her twice now. Or no, unarmed strike her twice now. And on the first one, I'm going to put the stunning strike. I guess that could make a difference, but.
She seems stunned.
Okay, so the second one should actually hit her too then, because it would be at advantage. I'm not sure if that makes a difference.
It does indeed hit her.
Okay, so then I'm going to yell out to the party, "The tree is back in the game, but the girl is stunned! Take her down!" And that's it for my turn.
You don't know that the tree failed or passed.
Oh yeah, I guess it would still be stunned until the end of my turn. So
Exactly.
I'll just yell out to focus on her because she's stunned. Oh, and then can I please get 2 concentration checks from her before Flea goes down?
It's where you really want that 3. Actually, being stun's pretty bad. Pass. She's got a +3. That's a fail.
Yes.
The cloud kill disappears. Oh, I pressed my Windows button, so I wasn't selected on it. The cloud kill. Oh, shit. Alt makes it so I can't delete it and speak it. Cloud kill disappears.
So I do not lose the 10 points from the cloud kill.
That is correct. You have an ally behind the Baba Lysaga who is stunned. You have a tree that appears to be stunned-ish. What are you going to do?
I am going to shoot with my bow.
Who are you going to shoot? I was just talking about 2 characters because I want you to choose which.
Well, it's Flea's turn, right?
Yes, but I want you to say which you're shooting at.
The witch.
Thank you.
Sarkis is like pulling her hair, exposing her neck, and like pointing at her neck with his finger. Right here! Shoot her here!
So shooting out, that will connect for another 14 damage. Baba Lysaga is incapable of doing anything. It's going to go to Aragal.
Shoot the witch.
If that was a question, I'd say yes for sure.
Shooting the witch.
Solid hit. Roll another d20. Roll a 20. Roll a d8 and 7d6.
Nice roll.
Aragal, also known as Key. How do you want to do this?
I think it it just goes through the carotid artery. It's just spraying blood everywhere.
So as Sarkis pulls back her neck and exposes her neck, Aragal is able to place the bolt directly through both sides of her throat as it pierces both sides of the carotid artery. And in your hand, her body is going to start to melt, and the flesh is just going to drop from your hand, and you're going to start to see little beetles and flies and all sorts of little insect creatures start to like come from her flesh. And after moment by moment, each and every one of them dies and crumbles into dust.
And a strange darkness goes over the land, and you look up and wonder, how is Sarkis now able to pilot the flying skull? But it's a mystery. But he definitely gains that ability, right?
What's Chase gonna do?
Is it his turn next? I think he's gonna probably try to go fight the tree, right?
Yes.
So he's very much out of actions. He can run towards it with 3 spaces, or he can run forward towards it and then dash and make it 6. If he goes 3, he can shoot the blowgun.
Run and dash. He needs to be able to you know.
Oh, wait a second. Let him move 3 and then do normal attacks. The tree's still gigantic.
So do you want to?
I wanted a power word kill fucking Sarkis so bad. I was gonna turn you into a little newt and power word kill you and turn you into my little zombie.
You were gonna try to.
Yeah, saving that newt, that was fucking huge.
I mean, power word stun is pretty much cheating, so.
She's a level 17. She's fucking massive. That is an
That's
insanely
insane.
powerful spell.
Yeah, that's
For it
great.
to only last like effectively 1 turn on you. That was 8th level magic, and it did next to nothing. 1 turn. So 2 attacks from you, Flea. The first one is magical. The second one is normal. +6 and then +5. Oh wait, I said that wrong. +9 and then +8. It's +6 damage. So 9 on 7. That's its DC is 16, so that is a hit. Second one is a hit. So roll 2d8, and this is +11 basically. Let's see. The tree is going to.
Does anybody have lamp oil? Set it on fire.
Oh man, I've rolled so many attacks on Kavi with this thing. It's going to whip 2 rocks at Kavi, and then the last one is going to try to grapple Sarkis as it's trying to save Baba Lysaga. So 2 attacks on Kavi. Is 14 your AC? 13 is your AC. So the first rock is going. Oh wait, what's your hit points at right now? I think you actually might have some. So this is the first rock.
29.
+8. So the first one's going to do 18. I think that'll prevent you from actually getting auto killed here, but I think you're going down again. And then the second one's going to do 30 total damage. So I think you're at 19 hit points, and then you'll take 30, so you'll just be downed again. And then it's going to try to grapple Sarkis again. And with a 23, you can do an acrobatics, I think, is your best chance to not get grappled by it.
Oh, just do an acrobatics check? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But you have acrobatics or athletics. Yeah, you've got proficiency in acrobatics, so. So it will grapple you again as it lifts you out of the skull. Oh, wait, she would have already had a turn? Yeah, she would, No, Aragol killed her. So yeah. It's gonna go to Kavi for a death saving throw. You're gonna be at 1 failed death save again, and it's gonna go to Sarkis. You are again grappled by the tree, and it's lifting you out of the air.
So just for reference, did the skull like crash to the ground and did it continue to fly when she was stunned, or what happens with that?
Do an Arcana. Yeah, I was thinking DC 12. The skull is falling from the air. Whatever animates it, it is her magic that does it.
Okay, okay. It's in no way relevant to what's going on now. I was just curious.
But I mean, you're
Okay.
grappled by the tree. You just have no movement if you're attacking the tree. Otherwise, it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to think outside the picture. So when the tree grappled me, did it move me, or am I just right where I'm at right now, and it just kind of grabbed me?
Same thing. It pulled you like away from it. Just so you're like not next to Baba Lysaga anymore.
Okay, and then last question, and then I'll actually do some things. Can we tell if the tree is like hurt or potentially how hurt it is right now?
Right now, the tree looks fine.
Okay, I got you. Okay, well, I'm just going to attack the tree. Yeah, so double-handed stick in the tree. So wait, I think I think I used all my key points, right?
I feel like you used 3 key points last turn.
Well, last
I'm
turn
not
I
entirely sure.
used. Yeah, I think I'm out of key points. Don't ignore that initiative. That was an accident click.
Gotcha. But the first one will hit. The second one will hit. The unarmed strike is going to miss.
And then I'm just gonna yell out, "Focus fire on the tree! If I can get to Kavi, I can help her, but I can't get away."
So initiative will take it to Flea.
Flea is going to use his short bow against the tree.
Great time for a crit. So
Nice.
I think we need 4d6 more from you. So yeah, this is where you would see the skull crashes down as well. Oh shit, I just deleted Aragol. Kavi, what would you like to do with Aragol? And he has inspiration as well right now.
He just has a crossbow and a short sword. You said.
Yep. For what it's worth, bust out those short swords. Now that you're not trying to take down, what's her face? Short swords is where it's at.
Will do. Is it just one, or is it like dual wielding?
Oh, it's 2. 2 attacks.
All right, I'm going to move him up closer. Then go for the double attack.
Gotcha. So Jape should probably be doing 2 attacks with the Japier, and then I think he attacks with the offhand rapier. I think that's his normal attack, actually. 14's a miss, 13's a miss as well. So you might as well just inspire that first one.
Yeah, and it's a what?
I think you're a D6 still. Or have you moved up to the D8?
I'm at the D8.
Gotcha. You need a 2 to hit it. All right, so you get a hit. So you're gonna have to roll a shitload of dice here, Covey. I need you to roll. What is it? 8, 12d6, please.
Any plus or minus attached?
Plus 3. So he will do 40 damage, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw. What's his DC? 15. 9 was the fail. It's got a plus 5. So it'll take the full 40 there, as the poison damage from his sword sinks in.
And just a quick question about the tree. It threw the rocks, correct?
Oh yeah, it's throwing rocks at you all. It's reaching out with its actual fuck. Why can't I think of the word? The roots.
And the roots are 60 feet?
Yeah, like you guys, if it doesn't move, you guys are at the edge of the roots. If it moves any closer to you, you have to get off of the island.
I was just wondering because just measuring from like the closest root, I'm 65 feet away from it. I just realized.
Yeah, so if it moves closer to you, it can still grab you, but it's been throwing rocks at you all. My point was I actually turned on its 60-foot radius, and that whole island is a part of the actual range that its roots can go. I was trying to describe that basically the whole earth around you guys is inside of the root system of this tree.
Okay.
Holy shit, Meeseeks actually died. I wonder if they finally hit Meeseeks with the YouTube shit. Google's been shutting down all of the bots that play music. Meeseeks is offline. It will go to Jape. What do y'all want to do with the Jape here?
Okay, so he gets 2 attacks with the magical attack and 1 with the standard rapier, right?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Okay, I'm going to roll 2d20 for the 2 attacks straight up.
I mean, you can roll the third, and we know that the third is the normal one. So yeah, the normal attack will fail. He will miss on that one. So 2 hits. It is, I think, a D8 plus 6 for the Jape.
Can you like use some of his maneuvers or something? Didn't he switch to a battle master instead of a champion?
Yeah. I just didn't want to get into that level of complication.
Well, not even
Because
for
I'm
like
trying to just
actual
add him, but
maneuvers.
he could do the precision to hit with that other one. But he has riposte, precision, and trip attack. You know those well enough, but
Yeah, I'm just thinking for the trip attack one, just use that. Obviously, you're not going to trip the tree, but to add the extra damage. Should be just 1d8 extra damage.
So essentially 1d8 for each, and then the extra d8.
is he only going to trip attack once, or do you think he should do it to both of those?
Does he have the ability to do it to both? If so, he will.
He's got 4, so I don't see why he couldn't do a trip attack on both of those.
Yeah, so do 2d8 plus 3, and then 2d8 plus 3. And then the real question is, do we want to spend 1 more to try to hit with the third one? I think we should do it because I'm never going to be able to break free from this tree, and I have to touch Kavi to get her up.
Okay.
So roll a d8. It doesn't even matter. He missed by 1. So by expending it, you hit. But yeah, roll another d8 because that's damage. So right now it's 18 plus 6, and it'll be this d8 plus 3 more. No, it's 18 plus 12, so 30, and then this d8 plus 6. So another 13, so 43.
Nice, solid hit.
That hit will take the tree to bloodied. So first attack is going to be a disadvantage as it hucks a rock at Kavi. The second attack is going to be, the second and the third will be against Aragal. So disadvantage at Kavi. 16 to hit her. I think that's.
Yeah.
It's not an auto crit, so that's 1 death saving throw. You are at 2 failed death saves. And then I don't think it can do twice your damage though. 27. That's not your max hit points. Yeah, you're at 38. So yeah, 2 failed death saves. And then it's going to be 2 attacks at Aragal. 1 will miss, the other will hit, and it is going to do, let's see, 32 damage to him. I think that will bloody him. And then it is on Kavi, death saving throw. And plus.
Oh my God.
So Kavi will stop breathing. And then is going to go to Sarkis.
So she's dead now. Like, can't be brought back, right?
She's dead.
Oh, fuck me. So I guess I just have to attack it. There's no reason to even try to get away, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would have seen that stone hit into her, and that would probably be enough to think she's dead and gone.
And this whole time I've been fighting the tree, can I tell any difference between my staff attacks and my magical punch attacks?
You can do a wisdom check. It does not seem to be resisting your staff any different.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 quarter staff attacks.
First will hit for 9. Unarmed strike will hit 19 total. And then she'll go to Flea.
Flea is going to use his short bow.
Okay, this is a random question, but I guess Kavi was already down. Damn it.
Yeah, otherwise I would have tried to stabilize her.
Why didn't you try to stabilize her last turn? Did you know that she was down?
I did not realize it, or I would have.
You can do a medicine check right now to try to stabilize her. I don't in particular want to kill people, but the moment you said you were going to shoot with your bow, I knew it was a dangerous thing for her. So if you want to use your action, you can do a medicine. You can stabilize her. That's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Kavi, can you, or Flea, Key, can you make an attack with Aragal? You have 2 attacks with your short swords. Alrighty, that is a shitload. Yeah, you can't really save a sneak attack. I don't feel like any rogue is going to hold it back off of getting a hit to fish for a 20 at the chance of losing it. So I am going to say you have, what is that? 5d6, and then you'll have 2d6 from the second hit. And it's a total, so what is that? 76 plus 6 is what you'll do here. So another 30. All right, this is where I'm starting to get bad at math, but I think it's still over a quarter. But it is definitely, you guys are well beyond the actual halfer. And it will go to Jape for 3 attacks.
Yes, sir.
That looks terrible. 25 with 3. So the first is a hit. The second, you're pretty far off of. The third, you're pretty far off of. This is where you have a single more of those dice. You can either try to make one of those hit, or you can add the damage. I think realistically, you should be doing these in actual order, so you'd be more likely to do the trip attack on that first one and do the extra damage die. Does that sound right to you all?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think either do it on the first one for the extra damage or save it for a repost or a crit. That's the only 2 options, I think.
Yeah, so what do you think? While you're controlling him, Flea, would you save it to try to defend yourself? Which the repost is basically adding +3, and Jape is probably the healthiest of all of you, maybe besides Sarkis right now, actually. Sarkis and Jape, I think, are the 2 that are not bloodied right now. I feel
I
like
would've
either
went
saving
from
it for a
first.
crit.
Now I would have went from the first.
Gotcha. So I think that's 2d8 plus 6. And just so you guys know, this thing is indeed immune to prone, so the trips just fail. But another 16 damage.
Yeah, I can't imagine like anybody with a rapier would be able to like ever knock over a gigantic tree with like 60-foot root span.
Well, sometimes there's some stupid shit in there where it doesn't actually include it, and it's just like, how is that maneuver going to fuck that creature up that bad? That it's
I
gonna
feel like
go
a lot of the
prone?
maneuvers have size stipulations on them. So anything bigger than large, I don't even think you can knock over anyway.
Oh, I think that is 1 damage over the 1/4. That thing is looking severely bloodied right now. And I think it's going to take it back to the tree. I think that's the first time it is not attacking Kavi. So Sarkis, and then Aragal. Oh, and for a long time I kept track of who was doing the most damage, but I think it is Jape. So I think it is Sarkis, Aragal, then Jape. And all 3 of these will be, I think, roots. So we'll do Sarkis, should hit, Aragal, should hit, and Jape should hit. And then Sarkis, Aragal, Jape. So it is going to do, what is it? I think +8. Yeah, +8 bludgeoning damage. So it is 23 damage to Sarkis. 33 to Aragal will knock him unconscious. and 31 to Jape. Jape is at 10. Is Sarkis still conscious?
Yeah, I'm bloodied now.
So after the tree, it is on Kavi. You're just stable unconscious right now. So effectively, I think you are just at this point. Let's actually turn you into Jape because Aragol is also unconscious right here. But roll a d20 for me, Kavi. One
Do
success.
you want me?
One success.
Do you want me to roll 2 more?
No, my bad. That was a death saving throw for Aragol. I am entirely willing to kill him off. Oh wait, that was way too soon. Shit. My bad. You're stable. I got psyched out there. It is on Sarkis.
Okay, so I'm just going to attack the tree, right? I can't reach Aragol right now, can I? From where the tree's holding me? That's a safe assumption.
My bad. I ran to the restroom there. Yeah, you can't reach Aragol.
Okay, I figured. The only reason I asked is because I didn't know if the tree was like moving us around and like smacking us together or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the tree, attacking the tree.
First will hit. Second will hit. Way of the Monk will hit. Another 19. 269. Yeah, you guys are definitely getting really close to where it's like 2, maybe 3 of you all getting this thing solid. You can bring it down. Assuming that is the end of Sarkis's turn, it will go to Flea.
Yeah, I want to. I don't have enough movement to move and stabilize, do I?
Probably not to do both.
I think
Try
you
to
can
kill it
still
at this
do-
point.
Yeah, you have sneak attack, so you could potentially do pretty good damage.
Like I said, you guys have this close to where 3 of you can possibly kill it, or 2 to 3 of you can possibly kill it, and you have 2 people before it goes again. Yeah, this is one of those things where if you bonus action and then hide, like if you move somewhere, bonus action hide, you can actually gain that advantage where that will have been an advantaged hit. And I definitely think you need to start getting used to using some of those skills. Let's make this where you actually move. If you went to there and hid behind that cover, you could have taken that shot with advantage.
So crit it is.
Yeah, I think this is where you guys really need the crit. So what is the other stuff that you rolled there? That's just another set of attacks, basically. So I think that sounds good that it does 24.
And that's it for me.
That will go to Aragol, past the death save, and it will go to Jape. Kavi, you've got 3 attacks. I don't think he's got any more. No, he doesn't have any more maneuvers. So roll 3d20.
Yes.
All right, you got that crit. So that's a total of, let's see, 3d8. And you are adding 6, 12. I think like that's very close to actually killable. 3d8. Oh. 18 damage.
Does a 15 not hit?
No, the 15 is the third of those d8, and 6 of the plus. You hit with the crit, and then you hit with the 15, the 1 misses. And then that's back on the tree. Oh my god. It's gonna throw 2 rocks at Kavi. She's prone on the ground, so each of these will be at disadvantage. So Rocket Kavi. It will hit, and then Rocket Kavi. And that will hit as well. I think that'll just be 2 more failed death saves, but she's effectively still stabilized. She just has 2 failed death saves. They would roll damage. I don't think it can actually. 32 is the max damage without it being a crit. Yeah, so it can actually kill her instant like that. But effectively, until she gets healed, there's nothing else that can like reset those. She has to be healed to reset those. And then the last one was on 3, which is Flea. Another rocket Flea. 19 should hit. And it is going to deal 24 damage. Assuming you take your reaction, you can reduce that to 12.
And I am down.
Kavi is stable. Sarkis. This thing is severely bloodied. Destroy it.
Sarkis all tuckered out. I'm just gonna take this turn off. I'll hold my action until someone kills the tree.
Flea, that's it.
I'm just kidding. I'm attacking.
It already happened. Time's flying by.
I went unconscious, but not because I'm hurt, but because I needed
Just taking an old man nap. You had one too many Werther's originals, and you got a diabetes nap.
I'm just tired of all these unasked for hugs from this stupid tree. And if anything, now you remember way back when I said I was tempted to take the little halfling trait where I like can't be grappled.
Give people. Oh.
This entire campaign, I have literally spent 40% of the campaign being grappled. I wish I would have took that.
The 2 living trees in this campaign are rather hilarious aspects of the campaign.
The vines grappled me, the trees grappled me, like I like fell over and like got stuck in mud and I was grappled. Like I'm always grappled.
1 hit. I think its AC is 16. Yeah, so that second one will miss. And another hit for another 15. It's holding on. So I think Aragol death save, not a 1. Oh, wait, he passed 1, so he can't really get to a failure rate here, really. But roll a death save for us, Kavi.
So why did you jinx it?
So now
I think that's fucking hilarious.
2 fails and 1 success. And Flea has how many fails? 1 fail?
Flea has 1, yep. Aragol and Kavi are both at 2. Flea is at 1. And it's going to go to Jape to grab up the kill here. So I think right now let's just have each of you roll one of the attacks. Kavi, you can do a magical. Flea, do a magical. And then Justin, do the non-magical. Let's see. 7 plus 9 is 16. That's AC. So that might be the one to do it. Roll a d8, Kavi. Sarkis plus 8. That'll be a hit. Roll a d8. So 11 damage. Oh, we got to give it to the crit. Jape's going to take it down with that crit there. And that will be the end of the tree. You'll see very quickly as it is stabbed and poked by the Japier and the other not so magical Japier. The tree starts to shrivel. Its roots like creak and groan as they almost dry up and actually start to harden into what you would know as a actual tree root. And this thing is going to slowly drop closer and closer to the ground until eventually the hut is just a few feet off of the ground and the tree itself seems to look like a normal treehouse. And that is the end of Baba Lysaga and the trees. I think for what it's worth, we're going to have to keep it in initiative because Sarkis, right now you see Aragal is dying on the ground, Kavi is dying on the ground, and Flea is dying on the ground.
Alright, so when the stupid freaking tree finally lets me go, as it releases me, you will just hear one more. That's a non-event fart. That was just to let it know what's up. And then I'm going to stabilize Aragal.
Are you using magic or are you just going to do a medicine?
No, I'm just gonna like use my herbalism kit. So I'll just like grab some random like shrubberies off the ground and like jam them in his mouth and be like, "This should have you right as rain."
Oh, yeah, shove some dirt in it. So yeah, do a medicine. He's stabilized. Jape moves towards Flea, recognizing that there's more of that danger. So he is able to tell you that Flea needs more help than Kavi. And I think it will go. I think it has to go over Flea one more time before it can get to you for that second turn. Yeah. Flea, do another death save. Solid. Flea is up on 1 health.
Nice.
So, Jape is telling you, I don't have an English accent, my bad, I'm not even going to try. He's basically, Jape is over there telling you, we need to get to Flea, he's dying, and Flea's just going to be, like, standing there, stepping out of the shadow, like, hey, bro, I'm good.
Okay, so then I'm gonna spend my next turn running to Kavi. I would like to run 10 feet, so use 20 feet, then jump as far as I can to avoid this stupid difficult terrain, and then I will do the same thing again with my dash action, so that I can get the fuck out of this bloody heap.
Wait, do you have to use key point for your jump ability, though?
Oh no, I'm out of key points. It's just
Yeah, so it's just a normal jump. I think you can jump the distance of the rest of your movement. I think it's like a running long jump. I think it's a strength check up to that distance, not to maximize your running distance. So I think you'll burn 10, which burns 20, and you have a total of 40, or you have a total of 35.
Well, yeah, but I think it's the other way around. I think I have to spend 20 because I have to move 10 feet before I take a horizontal.
That's what I mean. The 20 feet though is like it takes 20 feet of movement, and your 35 is your total. So I think you can probably jump 15.
40 is my total. 40 is my total.
40 is your total. Yeah. So do a strength check after that 10. Yeah. So you can jump 18 feet of that. As far as I'm concerned, that sounds good. That you can jump 20 more feet. So most of you would see Sarkis like playing Frogger inside of the swamp on his. Oh yeah, and then you actually do the yep. So you can get to her. Once you get to her, you see pretty quickly that she's stable, just unconscious.
At this point in time, she's like 10 feet deep in the mud, having been smashed by 100 rocks.
Probably suffering brain damage at this point.
So Sarkis will start to like pull her out of like the muddy pit that she's been like buried in. They'll like knock over the shrubbery tombstone that's like clearly been like pushed up out of the ground, assuming that she's dead at this point in time.
I think 50% of the attacks from the tree got aimed at Kavi.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So he'll just like reach up and pull his hair to the side again, and you'll see like the runes start glowing on his neck, and then sort of like a blue glow kind of come up, and then he'll reach his fingers out and like touch Kavi's lips and cast Cure Wounds on her. And she barely comes back to life.
So I think this is the one with the roof on it. I have them both loaded, so there's no reason not to drop the other one here so you guys can actually see inside of the hut itself. But you can crawl up into the hut. You guys can investigate the skull outside. Pretty much typical thing as ever. You guys have the ability to search around here. You do have limited ability on how often. I'm not going to let you just roll until you have like stupid powerful successes. So try to be, try to have like a little bit of forethought on what you are trying to do and who is going to do it.
We know from the other tree that the stone was what was animating it. So whoever has the best chance, the best ability to find it should search that area and try to find the stone. That's what we need.
Now that's investigation, right?
Yeah, searching stuff is investigation.
Yeah, I'll start searching
What are you searching?
the tree for the stone.
Roll an investigation.
Can I give him assistance?
This is not, I'm not going to give you a help action. You can investigate yourself as well. But that's what I mean. I want you guys to be strategic with what you're doing because this will be your investigation to do the same thing. When you guys go into this tree, are you thinking about the magic that a witch might have? Or are you only thinking about the stone is part of what I'm asking you here?
Okay, well, not to be meta, without being meta, I would like to do literally anything creative other than investigate because as Sarkis, I have disadvantage on all my investigations. So if I can't do a help action, I would like to creatively do something else. You know what I mean?
And Flea is just thinking about the stone.
So it doesn't take you long to see that the crib that is in the center of her hovel has a soft green glow coming from beneath it. When you move the crib out of the way, you see that there is indeed a stone that has grown into the tree, and moment by moment, more and more of the stone is exposed as the tree is continually dying from around the stone.
Hey guys, I found the stone.
So Sarkis, what kind of creative other things do you have that you want to do?
I guess I'll go over by where the skull crashed and like I want to kind of I guess you said her body turned into like little bugs and then they all disappeared. Did the skull like just crash land and it's fine? Is there like did she leave behind any robes or anything? I guess I want to just go over there and see if there's any like non-organic material remaining. Like
Roll a perception check. You're able to see that she didn't leave a physical body. Those insects that you saw appeared to be kind of her last defense measure. and she went to use it too late, and they rotted and disintegrated. But inside of the skull, you are able to find the clothing that she was wearing. Roll a d20. Um, you find 6 gold rings on her, just like, or I guess inside of the skull. All of them seem to be rather identical, rather mundane. They just seem to be a sizable amount of gold that is turned into ring form, and an ivory goat.
I found her remains over here. There's some gold rings and an ivory goat and some sort of undergarment that says Baba Lysaga's secret on the label.
Flea wants nothing to do with that goat.
Is the goat seem like I don't even know. Is it like carved like ivory, or does it seem to be like magical type like idol?
You could do an arcana. This is where having detect magic and identifier clutch. The carving is quite fine. It seems to be interesting. Your head swirls a little bit as you kind of sit back to focus on it. Perhaps, yes, it might be magical. You'll have to delve deeper to figure that out.
Okay, I'll like gather that stuff up, put it in like a piece of cloth, tie like the cloth on the end of my stick like a hobo backpack.
Tavi, what are you doing?
With the witch down and the tree, like how does the swamp sound? Like does it sound like alive or is it like eerily quiet?
Roll a perception. I think more than anything, the swamp sounds quite active and definitely alive with things making sounds. It's perhaps a little bit more than it was previous. At this point, there is still a large amount of noise coming from the ravens that are still caged around the house itself. But in general, yeah, you hear a little bit more activity from the woods around.
I'll like to go around to like the little cages with the ravens in them and start like opening them up and like freeing the ravens from the cages.
Excellent, you do that. And they predominantly start to fly off to the north. There are some that seem to fly kind of south southwest. No, it's west southwest.
I don't know if any of you can hear me or understand me, and I'm sure that you probably don't like me as much as I don't like birds, but if any of you can or would, go tell Muriel that we've defeated the witch and we're coming back to the stones. Do I need to do like an animal handling or anything, or?
I mean, you can do an animal handling if you'd like. They don't seem to react to anything special.
I didn't think so, but it was worth a try. Should we gather up what we can and go back to the circle of stones?
That sounds like a very good idea.
Flea, did you secure the stone?
Yes, I did.
Is there anything else worth looking for? Should we finish tossing the cabin and then get out of here?
Yeah, let's do that.
So I'll like walk into the cabin, start like looking around, and like always, you'll notice like Sarkis's like mustache is like coated in boogers, his nose is like dripping, his eyes are like half closed. It's just like aggravating the hell out of him, and he's just like sniffling. And as he like kind of just looks around, I want to just kind of like look around for like anything that looks valuable or like spellcasty type stuff inside of her cabin.
Probably going to join more or less looking for like spell books or spell scrolls.
Flea's looking for another rapier.
Kavi, do a perception check, or an investigation, rather. Looking around, she doesn't seem to have a spell book. Doesn't seem to be any scrolls there. Sarkis and Flea, do an investigation. Doesn't appear to be anything else in here that seems to be magical. Nothing's jumping out at you. Roll a d20, Flea.
Sarkis is like, "Come on, Flea, let's get out of here. This place is a shithole. Let's bounce."
1 minute.
There's like huge boogers just dripping down his mustache, like into his mouth. He's like blowing them away. That one went in my mouth.
Looking around for some weapons, you don't actually see any weapons inside of here that seem to interest you. You eventually do come across a pretty ornate, nice-looking battle axe, and it's sitting right next to a little wrap of a necklace, as well as a set of boots. Perhaps this was her going out for a stroll outfit, but it doesn't really seem so. Not really a good reason why these are here.
Kavi,
Yes.
are these magic?
Can I do an Arcana check on them?
Go for it. Nah, they look pretty trashy.
No, they're just trashy.
These seem rather out of place here. I can't really picture a witch walking around with a battle axe. And what is this, armor? I wonder if she killed someone and took these.
He's just going to kind of stuff them in his pack. If they're trashy, I don't think anybody will.
Is it? I guess like we've been fighting for a decent amount of time, and also like some time has passed while we were sneaking. But what is it like midday at this point, or?
It's probably about 1-ish in the afternoon.
Should we try to get back to the stones and speak with Muriel? She told us that in order to destroy this, we'd need some means of magic, but I do you remember when we
Yeah.
first saw Madame Ava? She told us that if we wanted to speak to her again, that we could just call out or request her presence or something. Maybe she could help us.
Yes, but let's get to the Ring of Stones first because we all need some rest. Safe rest.
Before we go, should we gather ourselves? Argyl's still unconscious. If we had a little rest, we could help him back. Or Kavi, do you have any spells left?
I know the three of us each had a potion of healing. Did our two NPCs as well, or no?
I gave Jape the one I would have had, so we used all three of them there. So either if Kavi has a spell, she could heal Argyl, and then we could like walk back, or alternatively, if we just rest for like an hour, I can hand of healing him.
I have quite a few spell slots left because I was just like going unconscious 90% of that match.
Kavi, have you ever
Level
heard of
wounds him.
spell of rock dodging? Because that might be a good one to learn.
She'll heal Arengol for 14. I'll take 12.
Gotcha.
The spell you cast for the hut, can you cast that again, or are you done?
I can cast it again.
What do you think about casting that and taking a rest, folks?
Well, if we waited till we got to the stones and cast it there, we could rest up for the day. I'm thinking it's pretty much noon, so we've only been up for like 4 to 6 hours at this point, so it's probably too soon to take a long rest. But I mean, we could like either speed ahead or potentially get there and then call it a session, whatever.
Sounds good to me.
Because we're probably just a little too far out to like try to get back all the way back today, like today in the game. Just because we're still probably like 4 to 6 hours. I think probably 4 hours from the stones. So I think realistically, if we got to there and then took a long rest, that would probably work out like daytime wise in the game. But my question is like, should we try to short rest before we go there, assuming we run into trouble? I'm like literally completely tapped on everything. So do we get the impression there's like impending danger here, or does it seem like killing her in the tree was like the main thing we had to worry about?
You guys fought zombies and scarecrows everywhere you went inside of Berez.
And there was no like scarecrows around her place. Like we don't get the impression. I'm assuming because the tree didn't just die when she died, that there's still like some kind of magic animating things. So my vote is for a short rest before we leave.
I could use it.
Yeah.
So y'all can burn some hit dice and take a short rest.
Yes.
A song of rest.
So while you all are sitting back, relaxing, enjoying your short rest, you're going to see as a fiery dark red horse is going to fly out of the sky. And sitting on top of it is Count Stradvan Zarovich. He's going to ride into the center of you all. Look around. And what, pray tell, have you done here?
Took care of a nuisance, right?
This land was forgotten for a reason. Where is Tatiana? What have you done with her?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She's in a safe place.
She's a what? Where is Tatiana?
We didn't feel comfortable with her here. We thought it would be dangerous, so she didn't come with us.
You're beginning to frustrate me. Baba Lysaga is something else. You're lucky. But if Tatiana is harmed, you will never feel the moment of rest in Barovia again.
We would never harm her. It's our duty to keep her safe. That's why she didn't come with us. And
Where is she?
we left her. It wasn't safe.
Left her where?
Before we came here, we left her. She's hiding, being kept safe. Strad, why are you mad at us? Thought you, I thought you wiped these people out. I thought Baba Lysaga was evil.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me. So he's just going to take a few moments where he stares into Sarkis's eyes. And then he's going to look to the west. And he's going to look back to you. We will meet again soon. And he's going to step a foot into the stirrup. And he's going to hop onto his horse and take off into the air.
So do I have any idea if that worked on me or not?
At this point, you don't know why he just felt what he felt, but you don't necessarily feel anything in particular.
Okay, I got you. I didn't like feel like I was under the influence of some kind of spell or anything like that.
You don't feel any effects.
Okay, I got you. And he didn't ask any more questions after that. He literally just like rides off. But did it look like he looked over at the stones?
Make a wisdom check. You're pretty sure he looked in the direction of the fane.
Okay, I got you. See, I feel like it, regardless, I don't think it makes much difference either way because it wouldn't have, if she would have just been with us throughout that and he showed up looking for her, she would have just been with us versus at the fane. So I feel like if he was going to like kidnap her or something, he's going to do it regardless. So I don't feel like that influences my decision or plan or anything. And obviously, we're not going to be able to like beat him there. And we have no clue if he can see the stones. We know it protected from her, right?
Effectively, yes.
And he doesn't ask us anything about the emerald or about the book, right? So we can assume that he doesn't know we have those or doesn't care.
Avi, roll a perception. He didn't seem to react to the emerald nor to the book.
Ah, that's crazy. The next time we ran into him, I was expecting that he was going to know we had that book. So that's super interesting. So I guess at this point in time, if he's gone, I'm going to ask Kavi. Kavi, without saying anything, check your belongings. Make sure nothing's missing.
She'll go through her bags, make sure she has everything.
What do you have in mind when you say that, Sarkis?
Oh, I just want to see if she still has the book.
You have the book.
And did Strahd notice or seem interested or know who Argo was at all? Or did he literally just pay him no mind?
As far as you all understand, Strahd landed, and besides noticing that you had done something to Baba Lysaga, he was solely interested in, once he noticed that you did not have Sophia with you, he was solely interested in Tatiana.
Okay, I got you. Super interesting because I was curious how both those interactions were going to go, and you totally caught me off guard with that one. So I guess at this point in time, we've only got a couple minutes left for our like normal session time. Do you guys want to try to just do like the checks or whatever necessary to get back to the stones? What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, are you guys trying to move back to the stones at a high pace?
No, I think it'd be more just like a comfortable pace than anything. I mean, unless we were going to try to rush back there to stop him from potentially taking Sophia. But honestly, because he's on like a flying magical horse, I don't think we'll be able to get there fast enough to do anything, even if he was going to. If anything, I think it would just be that we'd be less concerned with dodging scarecrows So if anything, we'd be moving at a normal pace instead of a sneaky pace.
Does that sound about right for Kavi and Flea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Strahd and Sophia at the moment.
So let me have one of you roll a d20. Yep, you guys are going to run just slightly off of this island before zombies just kind of get out of the ground. Seven zombies are going to rise as you start to cross the swampland.
Well, I guess that answers the question about the zombies. It wasn't her keeping them alive. I will. Oh, go ahead.
If you guys want to move forward right now, you can roll initiative. Actually, realistically, there's no reason to have the initiative counter up there. Alrighty, so while you all are heading across these swampland, a zombie is going to lash out at Sarkis. 2 claws and then a bite. 16 hits you, Sarkis. That's a miss. Yeah, so it's going to be a crit with a claw, and it will do 8 slashing damage to you, Sarkis.
And how much for crit?
No, that was the crit.
Oh, so total of 8? Okay, I'm bloody.
Yeah. So it's going to go to Kavi.
How many are there?
7 of them.
I might hit 2 of them with Eldritch Blast.
All right, I just want to remind you, remember, you guys need to remove creatures. These things are full health right now. Attack 1 creature. Like, kill something, don't do a little bit of damage to 2 creatures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll do 2 beams to one of them.
Alright, so both of those will hit, and you can do 8 damage to one. The next 2 zombies are gonna go for that Flea, and then Sarkis again. And same thing, 2 claws, and then a bite. So Flea, 2 claws, and then a bite. And what is that? A +3. So I don't think a 12 hits you. Yep. So it's going to hit with 1 claw, and it's going to do 6 slashing damage.
Please down.
Did you guys take your hit dice from the short rest that you took there?
I rolled so bad. I got like all 1s and a 3.
Did y'all not add a d6 to it?
I got a 1 on the D6.
I didn't add a D6.
Roll a d6. You got to use your reaction and hope you don't get attacked again or that you don't get hit again, because you need to have that. You guys need to win this, because I mean, I'm not like getting rid of zombies from a random encounter, but you don't want to kill Baba Lysaga and then die to a random zombie encounter.
Okay, that gives me 4 hit points. And if I do my dodge, how many hit points would I take for damage?
You would take 3 damage. So that's really just the d6. Basically, whatever you were at before Kavi gave you health, you were at the same health.
Okay, that leaves me with 1 hit point.
Wait, no, that's impossible. That d6 that you just rolled is how much damage you would have taken. So whatever health you thought you were at before we had this zombie encounter, you should be at that same health.
Which would be 1 hit point.
You used hit dice in the short rest and had 1 hit point?
No, I did not use hit dice during the short rest.
If you short rested, well, 1, you can't gain her thing if you don't use hit dice. But if you took a short rest and you were at 1 hit point, you need to burn hit dice because that's the whole reason you short rested.
Live and learn.
You should have had at least half your level worth because of the fact that you guys took a long rest in the hut and you gained half your level back. So you should have gained at least 3. So depending on what you were at, you should have had at least 3 hit dice that you could burn there. But if you don't burn the hit dice, you can't gain her Song of Rest, which is that d6.
Scrolling up, it shows that Flea used 1 hit dice and got 3 from it.
Yeah, so you should have at least that 3 plus your Constitution.
Which would be 20.
Your Constitution is 20?
17 plus hold on. Constitution.
It's your Constitution modifier. Your actual stat doesn't really matter. So if you've got a 17 con, then it's a plus 3. So you should have gotten 6 health back and you should have been at 7 health.
All right, con's actually 13.
So you should have had a plus 1, so you should be at least 5 health.
All right, I'm adjusting it now.
And then what? I think one of those zombies hit Sarkis as well. Did I roll the damage for you there, Sarkis?
You only told me damage on the first one.
Okay, I don't think I rolled for the other one that targeted you. I think it just targeted you. So the first 2 slashes, I think a 16 misses you. Yep.
Yeah,
And then a bite. An 18 will hit. And I think that's a d4 plus 1, so 2 damage. And then it is on you, Sarkis.
Okay. So if I look at Flea now, I can tell he's bloodied right now.
Yes, I think he's probably severely bloodied right now. Yeah, he should be severely bloodied.
Okay, I'm going to is there a zombie like near him right now that I could go after?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You guys, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are in a small little bubble, and there are zombies inside of that bubble with you.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna attack on a zombie, and then I'm going to do a bonus action with flurry of blows with a hand of healing, and I'm
So
gonna.
as far as I'm concerned, you can attack the same zombie that Kavi shot and do your healing to Fleek.
Okay, I think I can do. When you use flurry of blows, you can replace 1 unarmed strike. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do double quarterstaff against that hurt zombie.
Roll 2d20. Doesn't matter. Once you knock off, what is it? You knock off one of its arms, you knock off its head, and then you kill it with the last blow, and they all stop moving. All right, and there's the hand of healing. So 5 more hit points to Flea.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's you.
Yeah, no problem.
And then it's going to be on Flea. I would say
dagger attack.
realistically, you're on either hand-to-hand combat weapons, or you need to disengage for a ranged attack.
No, I'm going to do double dagger attack. Nearest zombie.
So 18 and 6 for 24 damage. Zombie's looking messed up. Both of those are piercing damage. I feel like it's not piercing. Yep. So it's looking messed up, but it's otherwise still standing and walking. And then there's 4 zombies. So the messed up one that Flea just hit, and then I'm just gonna roll 4 here. So Kavi, Sarkis, and then 2 on Flea. So against Kavi, 2 claws, both will hit, and a bite will miss. The 2 claws will do 2 and 2. So 9 and then 11. And then on Sarkis, 2 claws. I think one of those will hit, and then the bite will miss. So the claw will do. Oh wait, I rolled way too much damage there. It's actually 3 and then 7, so a total of 10 damage on you, Kavi. And then 4 damage to you, Sarkis. And then 4 claws. I think 1, 2 of those will hit Flea. Your AC is 14, so 3 of those, and then 2 bites. 1 bite will hit. So, let's see, because your reaction matters. Wait, have you already reacted? No, you got a turn. So, claw for 6 damage. You want to have that?
Yes.
All right, so take 3 there, and then you'll do 2 more claws for 5 and 5, and then a bite for 5.
He's
So
down.
total of 18. And then Kavi, it's on you. There's 1 zombie that's pretty well messed up, and 6 more. 6 total.
I'm going to 2 beams of Eldritch Blast. I'm trying to decide if I want to do both of them on the one that's already severely damaged, or yeah, I do them both on
You have a
severely
solid
damaged.
chance that
Yeah.
both can go on it.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that.
So, are you going to leave combat, or are you going to stay where you're at? These things have low AC. You hit last time with disadvantage.
I'll just stay where I'm at.
Gotcha. So roll those attacks. So both of those will hit, and you will kill the creature. And then you've got a bonus action. Flea is down on the ground.
I'm going to use Healing Word for him.
And then 2 zombies. They're both going after Flea. I think these are all going to be at advantage because he is prone on the ground. So let's see. First attack. So that's going to be a crit. It is going to do 7 piercing damage. 7 slashing damage. I don't think it matters for you. Too soon for a reaction, so it doesn't even matter. The second one is going to hit as well. And it's going to do 4 slashing. So 11 total. And then bite. 13. 13's a miss. So the second zombie claw with a 20. It's going to do 4 more. I think that's down. And then this is another claw. It's auto crit anyways. I think it's just 2 death saving throws. It can't insta kill you. And then a bite. And it's going to kill Flea.
Can Kavi disadvantage one of those attacks so that it doesn't hit?
I think she can do the negative. Where she can make like that 17 miss. No, even with the 17, it was a 20. So she needs to roll like a -6. You would need to roll 7 or higher on your D8. Those 20s are still auto hits. I don't think she could make those miss.
Yeah, I feel you, but I'm just saying, can't, like, if it's the difference between Flea dying or not dying, I think this is a pretty good time to use a reaction.
Do you have the bardic ability yet, Kavi, that you can actually give something a negative? Like, I think it's cutting words instead of the inspiration. Isn't that level 6? Yeah, so you could use your reaction to expend one of your bardic inspirations, and you basically need to roll a 7 or an 8 to make one of those attacks miss Flea, and effectively also keep him alive. Yeah, so I don't think that would be enough to actually make it miss.
Yeah, I mean, it was worth the try for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still have him as a zombie.
Yeah, I think after those attacks, it's going to go to Sarkis.
Okay, so there's 5 zombies left. We killed 2.
Yep, 5 zombies left.
And none of them are damaged, right?
Yep, these are all at full.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm just gonna attack 1 at first with my staff, double attack.
So both of those will hit.
And is that one still alive or no?
It's effectively bloodied condition. I can't actually think right now to actually create a zombie version of bloodied.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna do the same thing again. No. Oh man. Um
Flea, you've got 4 unused hit dice. Why didn't you heal yourself at all?
I didn't use them by accident at my short rest.
Yeah, I would rather we go back and have you use hit dice than have your character die to a random encounter.
Okay.
Because that's why you guys took a short rest, was to use hit dice, because you just fought an epic ass character. What are you doing with your bonus action on Sarkis?
Okay, I'm gonna put 1 point on stunning strike for that zombie I just hit, and then I'm gonna unarmed strike flurry of blows onto another zombie, 1 hit, and heal myself with the second hit.
All right, so the unarmed is on a different zombie.
Yeah, that's correct.
And did you say you're going to stunning strike that one too?
Yeah, correct. I mean, we're outnumbered
Gotcha.
right here. I'm hurt. I'm not out healing. Like, we need to fucking go.
No, I got you. I completely agree. You effectively have everything back, so using these now is a great time to do it. So the first one's reaction, it's going to fail. Second one, I don't think its con's high enough with a 6. Con's +3, so that's a 9 that will fail as well. Those 2 will be stunned.
Okay, so 1 is pretty fucked up. Both of those 2 are stunned. I just gained 6 healing, and that's the end of my turn.
And Flea just took a gasp of breath.
So Flea, you're still prone on the ground. You can pick up one of your weapons as a free action, so you're still going to suffer from some of this. But what would you like to do? Both of your whatever you attacked with last turn are down on the ground from going unconscious, but you can either like draw your bow and disengage, or you can pick up one of your daggers and make an attack. It's up to you.
Pick up the dagger, attack.
All right, so one of the zombies close to you is the most wounded. The other one is looking wounded, but not nearly as wounded. Yep, we can take the wounded one out there. And then one of these zombies is stunned. One of them is not. The one that is not is going to attack Sarkis. 2 claws. Both of those will miss, and a bite will miss, and will go to Kavi. 4 zombies left. 1 is stunned, and it's got some damage to it.
2 Eldritch Blast Beams on the one that's stunned.
Nice crit.
Yep, crit's going to do most of its life, and the second hit is going to kill it.
Then I'm going to use Healing Word on Sarkis.
Three zombies left. 2 of them are going to one attack Flea, one attack Kavi. So Kavi, 2 claws. I think the 16 will hit, and then a bite. An 18 will hit. So claw and oops, my bad. It's only the first of those. So 4 damage and then 4 damage. So 8 total on Kavi. 8 total.
Alright, that's when I activate Hellish Rebuke.
Oh shit! Is hellish rebuke what I was thinking with cutting words? No, that's your reaction. That's a spell. I got you. That's his damage, right? It's gonna pass that. It's just half damage though.
Yes, half if it fail, if it saves.
Alrighty, and then the one that is on flee is 2 claws and a bite. I think the claws are hits. It is going to do 6 damage and then 6 damage.
So with dodge, 6 damage.
With dodge, you should be able to take 3 damage and then 6 damage. I think you can reduce a single attack with dodge.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It halves one
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
And then it's on Sarkis.
Oh, okay, so one of the ones that's stunned is still alive, right?
No, both stunned ones are dead. There is one that Kavi just hellish rebuked that is standing, and then 2 more.
Okay, I will go for one of the other ones that is not damaged currently. I'm gonna attack
Gotcha.
that.
You can go for the one that would go after you. Hit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attempt to stun it.
So this will be its save. That's a fail.
Okay, and then I'll step away and attack the one that's damaged from Kavi with my second attack.
This is the one that's damaged from Kavi.
Yeah, the one that's damaged from Kavi.
Gotcha. That's a hit.
And then I'm gonna unarmed strike that same one again.
That is a hit, and I think that'll take it to effectively again the bloodied condition. I can't really think creatively right now.
No worries. And then I'm just gonna point over and say, "That one is stunned. Try to finish these two off."
On to flee.
Okay.
So you could grab your other dagger as a free action right now, and then be back to normal for hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, and then go for one of the standing zombies that is not stunned.
You want to go for the one that's wounded?
We'll start with that first. Yes.
Gotcha. Crit, that thing's probably fucked. Roll damage again. Yep, so that one will die, and then you have your offhand attack. Want to go against the stunned one or against the one that is not stunned?
Not stunned.
Gotcha. $16 will hit. And what is that? It's minus the +3. So 7. No, it's not. It's just 2 more. And with that, it will go to Kavi as it passes over the stunned zombie.
Going to cure wounds on myself.
And then that zombie after you. It's going to attack Kavi. 2 claws and a bite. What is it? I think you're 14 AC. The lowest of those is 15. Yeah, those will all hit. So it's going to do a total of 7, 10 total. And it'll be on Sarkis.
I'm down.
Okay, so there's still one stunned, one not stunned, and Kavi is down, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going after the stunned one now with my staff, two-handed stick
Just
attack.
roll one of these. I guess realistically it might still take you 2, but roll 1. So that will hit. I don't think that one rolled high, so I think it's low health, but it doesn't necessarily look bloodied. That will take it to the bloodied condition.
Oh shit! Wait, I have to do that different. I'm sorry, I messed that up.
I mean, these things have low AC. Realistically, the advantage is for fishing for crits. So it's on you how you want to do it.
Well, no, it's for the hand of healing. I have to, when I use my flurry of blows, I can replace one unarmed strike with the use of hand of healing. Oh, wait, I can do it for free now. I don't have to pay anymore. Wait.
Sounds like bullshit. Sounds like monk bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I actually still have 2 key points. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, then I'm going to spend 1 on flurry of blows. Oh, yeah.
And I think you're.
Baba Lysaga fight, too. Oh, no, wait, I didn't heal. Never mind. I'm good. Okay, so I get back 1 key point. So I had 1. Really, I had 2. So when I spend 1 this round, I have 1 left. 1 is for the unarmed strike against that same zombie, and the other is to heal Kavi.
It's just enough to kill it with the unarmed strike, and then healing Kavi.
Yeah, I forgot when I leveled up to 6, I automatically can Hand of Healing as one of my strikes without spending an additional key point. So then, Kavi, you gain D6 plus 3. So you gain 8, and that's the end of my turn.
And it's on Flea. There's 1 zombie left.
Yes, double dagger attack.
What is it? The Physician's Touch? Is that what you were saying was the level 6?
When I leveled up to level 6, it changes my my Hand of Healing. Before it was, as an action, you can spend 1 key point to touch a creature and get a D6 plus 3. And then when I leveled up, it turned to, when you use your flurry of blows, you can replace one of the unarmed strikes with the use of this feature without spending a key point. Oh wait, I might have already had that for a while and I just forgot about it. But regardless,
Yeah, I feel like it was always like that. Because you have to spend the key point to use Flurry. So yeah, the first one of those is going to hit and deal 12, and then the second one's going to hit and deal a single damage. And that one is effectively bloodied condition, and it's on Kavi.
There's just 1 left.
Yeah.
Eldritch beams on it.
Both of those will hit. And just below what it needs to kill it. It's going to go for Flea. What is probably its final attacks. And I think it's going to get a hit with the crit. And it's going to do 7 total damage. You can use your dodge to reduce that to 3. And I don't think there's any chance that it could live through another round of you all. So you all would have moved past scarecrows there, and you now have the understanding, which is where we'll pick up next week, but you now have the understanding that the zombies are still here. They have nothing to do with Baba Lysaga. The scarecrows themselves, they seem like normal scarecrows now. Without her magic, without whatever she does to animate them, they just stand there and look like scarecrows.
nice.